Alright, this is part 2 of our review for Transformers Animated Voyager Shockwave in both the original paint version and the new G1 repaint. Okay, as I said before, they are the same figure, just different in paint and paint application. They transform the same way, and I think that the alt modes of the tank and the crane, Cybertronian crane and tank, are just forgettable. I won't even bother showing you guys because I think they were just a forced transformation in this figure. And what I will show is a transformation into long arm. I will transform this version into the long arm prime because, well, for one thing, it's so hard to get this guy into this pose. Very frustrating because of the quality issues on the joint. And second, the G1 repaint will stay as Shockwave, obviously, and when I display this guy on the shelf, he most likely be displayed as Long Arm Prime together with the other Elite Guards, which I will be doing a review in one take, all the Elite Guards, so stay tuned for that. So, without further delays, to transform this guy into Long Arm Prime, it's best to take out the gun first, so it doesn't get in the way, and straighten out the limbs. Straighten out the head. Hope you can all see that. We'll just keep the G1 in the background. Okay, it's a very lanky figure if you ask me. He could be clumsy at times because of all the extra parts, extra shoulder pads, extra lengths. Difficult to pose in the antlers get in the way of posability and other sorts of things. The thigh pads get in the way of the thigh rotation, so you'll have to make do with what you have. Okay, transforming into Long Arm Prime, first thing you have to do is fix the arms. Fold in the two fingers. Okay. Fold the forearms this way and then lock them into place. Okay, and then very gently rotate the hands of Long Arm. They're on pretty tight. I'm really surprised with the quality issues of this figure. It's very tight, and if you're not careful, you could just go ahead and twist out this arm and break that ball joint, that rubber ball joint, which is not going to be nice. Okay, this is his forearm as far as it goes. Yeah, same thing with this other side, the other hand. This one is a lot easier to twist, I think. Yeah, okay. Next thing you want to do is, before you do the head, because the head can snap out very easily, you fix the legs. So fold down the thigh armor plating like that. Okay, and then rotate the lower legs. This will be his feet. Shockwave has 2 toes, Long Arm has 1 big foot. Okay, and then lock it into place like that, like so. Okay, alright, let's fix the camera. Okay, then what you need to do, it's a very interesting part because it's a little bit tight. What you need to do is to raise the whole hip assembly upwards. There are a lot of ways of doing it, but I do it this way. Okay, I find it easier to do it that way. And then you just lock these parts in, and then move out the lower thigh, like so. And that way you'll form Long Arm's hip assembly. He has a much wider hips than Shockwave, and now the thighs are proportional with the lower legs, unlike the Shockwave mode, which makes the thighs too long for the lower legs and makes him a little bit lanky and gangly. Okay, so bring down the shoulders. Sorry, forgot about that. Like so. Now you can see he's closer to a Voyager in size. right now. He's closer to a leader figure, but thinner in scale. And then you let's fix the head by folding the antlers down, folding back the face. It just pops in very easily, and the hard part is really getting the neck in, like so, and then just clipping the head back in. I'd like, well, the instructions say you keep his head up, like maybe that's what we should do, like this. Oops, it does that. It does that. I mean, the second time it's happened. Some quality issues there. Okay, from Shockwave mode, the instructions say you just fold in the face, and that way it'll give him articulation. Well, he's okay this way, I guess, but the problem I have is that the Shockwave head keeps popping up, and instead of keeping the long arm face down. So just to keep him in long arm face mode, the spring just keeps popping out. I prefer to lock in the neck and just, I don't know, get rid of his neck altogether, like so. That way he's like he looks like he's in a spacesuit, with his neck immobilized. Now, well, he's not as great. Oh, sorry, forgot about the faction symbol. There you go. In this mode, he does not look as great as the Shockwave figure. But for a lot of Season 2, he was in long arm prime mode. He was the mentor of of Bumblebee when Bumblebee was applying as one of the recruits of the Elite Guard. And in this color, rather than in this color, I think he is better. He's a much better looking long arm prime. Now, since I have both figures, I can now display both Autobot and Decepticon mode for both of these figures. For his weapon, I'll probably put it as a crane instead of as a gun. So to turn it into crane mode, click it. It's a nice touch. I've seen it in a lot of reviews, but once I didn't really appreciate it until I've seen it up close and personal. It's interesting. Instead of having a projectile, they have it click and transform. This is his projectile assembly in his case. Everything clicks and cocks into position. It's very nice. I'll probably keep it in his left arm for now. Okay, maybe position it this way. Okay. Okay. There you go. Not a lot of posability for this figure. He's very limited to just standing pose, because everything's just locked into place. But I can live with it. That's probably the best I can do. Yeah. Yeah. He looks way smaller than he was in the show. Okay, so my final thoughts on these figures. They are both nice to have. Again, as I said, if you have to get just one figure, I suggest you get the Long Arm Prime Shockwave original version. If you can find this guy and you're a big G1 fan, go get him. But if you're just a casual collector, I say just pick one, and he is probably my recommendation. Alright, I apologize for the long video, but these are two figures, so I hope you forgive me for that. So here is one last look. Transformers Animated Voyager class Shockwave / Long Arm Prime in both the original mode and the new G1 repaint. Thanks for watching.